everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Alexa. Today we're making toffee cookie bars. I measured out all my ingredients and I recommend that you do so too. You can find the full list of ingredients and measurements in the link in the description. Remember to watch the video first so you can be prepared.
First, I'm going to sift my flour. This is to make sure there are no clumps. If you don't have a sifter, you can use a wire whisk or a fork. When you're sifting, you can push the ingredients through using a rubber spatula or a spoon, or you can tap the sides of it with your hands. Now that my ingredients have all fallen through, I'm going to tap the sides of my sifter so I can make sure no ingredients are stuck to its stand. If your sifter doesn't have a stand, you don't need to do this step. Now I'm going to cream my butter in the bowl of my stand mixer. Creaming your butter means putting it into your mixer and letting it mix by itself so it loosens and actually becomes creamy. This will allow it to combine better with the rest of your ingredients. Some recipes tell you to cream your butter with your sugar, but I find that it combines better when you cream it by itself first. Some of the butter is sticking to the sides of my bowl, so I'm going to scrape it off of there quickly with my rubber spatula. I'm going to let this mix a little longer. The butter looks creamy, but before adding in the sugar, I'm going to scrape down my bowl with a rubber spatula so the sugar will mix in better. Now I'm going to add in the brown sugar. I'm going to mix this until both ingredients are completely combined. My ingredients aren't mixing very well, so I'm going to scrape down my bowl again with my rubber spatula. ingredients look like they're mixed good, but I'm going to scrape down my bowl so my next ingredients mix in better. Now I'm going to add in the egg yolk. I'm scraping the bowl out using my small rubber spatula to make sure as much as possible enters my mixing bowl. I'm also going to add in my vanilla extract. I'm going to mix this until it's fully combined. The ingredients aren't mixing as well as I'd like them to, so I'm going to scrape down my bowl again. My batter looks good, so I'm going to add in my sifted dry ingredients from before. Some dry ingredients are sticking to the sides of my bowl, so I'm going to quickly scrape them off of there. Some of my batter is sticking to the bottom of my bowl, so I'm going to scrape it off of there. My batter looks great, so let's move on to the next step. Next, I'm going to put my cookie batter into my baking pan. To do this, I'm going to guide the batter out of my mixing bowl using my rubber spatula. Afterwards, I'm going to press the batter into an even layer using my fingers. It's important that this is as even as you can get it so it bakes evenly. Then I'm going to smooth it out using my offset cake spatula. Now I'm going to put my cookie into the oven. My oven's preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. My cookie took 25 minutes to bake. When it's done, the edges will be golden brown. Place it onto a cooling rack. Right after it's taken out of the oven, I'm going to place my chocolate pieces in rows. As you can see, I put some of them upside down, and that's okay, but they will melt better if you place them the flat side down. Let this sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Now I'm going to use my small offset cake spatula to smooth the chocolate into an even layer. Try to make the chocolate in an even layer so every slice gets the same amount of chocolate. I smoothed mine in a slight zigzag swirl, which I thought looked nice. You can do it in any way you'd like. Now I'm going to scatter my toffee pieces over the top of the chocolate. You can spread them however you would like. Try to make sure every part of it gets covered. Also, make sure to do this while the chocolate is still not dry because otherwise it won't stick. And my toffee bars are done and looking delicious. Please let me know what you thought of the video in the comments and how the recipe went for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can see when new videos are added. Thank you and enjoy!